What is going on, guys? I'm Alejandro Mendoza, and in today's video, I'm going to be discussing something that I've been thinking about ever since the first trailer for Digimon Adventure Try Our Future came out. And the something that I want to talk about is, of course, the possibility that Tai and Matt will get a new Digivolution. And I know that the idea of Tai and Matt getting a new Digivolution isn't really something that would be too surprising, since after all, one of the major things about Digimon is, of course, the Digidestined achieving new Digivolutions. However, with Tai and Matt, at least for me, the idea of them, achieving a new Digivolution beyond Omnimon was always something that I found very far-fetched, just because they already seem to be at their pinnacle of strength, since, after all, Tai and Matt have both been able to go Mega long before any of the others were able to, and they can combine Agumon and Gabumon into Omnimon, who himself is a Royal Knight. But regardless, in this video, I want to go over both what supports Tai and Matt achieving a new Digivolution, as well as what could contradict it. And overall, I really just want to discuss my concerns and other thoughts with this topic. And also, I know that some of you might be thinking, well, what about Imperial Digimon Paladin mode? That's a stage beyond regular Omnimon. However, Imperial Digimon Paladin mode is more so a Digivolved state of Imperial Digimon and not Omnimon, because it's called Imperial Digimon Paladin mode. But this video is just really going with the idea that maybe Tai and Matt can get Omnimon to Digivolve into a new Digivolved state and not assist in another Digimon in Digivolving. So, without further ado, let's get into the discussion. And also, I just want to say that this is just my opinion, and you guys are obviously free to disagree or agree with me. So, with that in mind, put in the comments down below and tell me, tell me if you think that Tai and Matt will get a new Digivolution. Now, there is something I quickly want to address, and that thing is the poster for Digimon Adventure Try Our Future. And in the poster, we obviously see Omnimon along with all of the original Digidestined and their partners reaching for Mako. And in all the previous posters, it would showcase the main Megas of the movie. So, you could maybe argue that because the poster doesn't showcase some new Mega Digimon, you could maybe say that means that there isn't going to be a new Mega Evolution. But just because a new Mega isn't shown on the poster, that doesn't necessarily mean there is no chance for a new Mega Evolution, because just take a look at Symbiosis. Because the poster on Symbiosis showed Ophanimon Fallen Mode and Mekumon's Mega, but there was no hint of Ordinamon, their fusion. So I don't think it would be past the writers to, add in a surprise Mega Evolution. And, just since they have done it before. But, anyway, I just really quickly wanted to state that, so let's move on. Now, the biggest thing that opposes the possibility that Tai and Matt could attain a new form, at least for me, is just the fact that for so long, Tai and Matt have already basically been at their pinnacle of strength. Because, like I said before, Tai and Matt achieved the Mega Forms long before anyone else, and they also were able to go further beyond that, and were able to, obviously combine War Greymon and Metal Garurumon into Omnimon. And, Tai and Matt also achieved those evolutions 6 years ago, since Try takes place 6 years after the original adventure. And that's even more so for us in real life, because Adventure came out in 1999, so we have always seen Omnimon as Tai and Matt's strongest stage of Digivolution for a long time. So to see them now, after all this time, finally get a new Digivolution, when for so long they have basically been at the pinnacle of their strength, I don't know, it just seems like if they did do that, it would be kind of forced, since Tai and Matt have already been developed so much that to see them attain another Digivolution beyond Omnimon would just seem kind of ridiculous. And, I'm not saying that the writers can't develop them more, because even though they both have been developed a lot, there still are parts of the character the writers can develop. It's just that unless the writers provide a really good reason as to why Tai and Matt would achieve a new Digivolution, which they might be able to, but if they didn't, then to me, it would just seem like the writers are having Tai and Matt achieve a new Digivolution just for the sake of having one, or just for the sake of merchandise, and not for any greater reason. And I wouldn't want that to happen, because having a Digivolution, while it's cool seeing a new form, and just overall seeing a new form is awesome, if you don't have a reason for it, that just kind of makes the fact that the characters achieve this new form kind of meaningless, since it's like, oh yeah, they got this new form, but it's not like there was any emotional weight behind it. It was like, oh, they just kind of achieved it for the sake of we need a new Digivolution. And there are two really big examples of this in Digimon, and those are when Cody and TK first DNA digivolved Andromon and Kilomon into Shakuramon, and when Patamon digivolved into Serafimon and lost. Because with both of those, it was like, yeah, it's cool to see Patamon finally digivolve into Serafimon, but there was literally no reason for it, and that just ended up making Serafimon's appearance lackluster, and there was really no point to it, as it was just like, it was like the writers were like thinking, oh, TK needs to digivolve, Patamon into Serafimon, but we can't think of a reason for him to make a digivolve, so you know what? All the fans just want to see him finally digivolve into Serafimon, so we'll just have him digivolve for no reason, and because the fans have waited to see this Digivolution for so long, they won't even question it. And don't even get me started on Shakuramon, because that Digivolution was just so horrible. Heck, freaking TK and Cody literally say in the episode where they finally get them to DNA Digivolve that they were just waiting for it to happen. And I'm just like, really? Really? So, moving on, if they do decide to have Tai and Matt attain a new stage of Digivolution, then let there be a good reason for it. Anyway, now I've been expressing my worries for if they do decide to give Tai and Matt a new Digivolution, as well as what opposes them getting one. Let's get into what supports the possibility of them getting a new Digivolution. So let's kick off what supports Tai and Matt getting a new form with the reason that made me want to make the video in the first place. And that reason is, of course, the glowing Digivices that were shown in the first teaser trailer for Digimon to try our future. Now, I am 99.9% sure that those glowing Digivices are Matt and Tai's, since the hands that are gripping them look like Matt and Tai's, and there's also the fact that among the Digidestin group right now, since the O2 casts are nowhere to be found, only Tai and Matt are capable of combining their Digimon. So with that out of the way, I don't think I really need to explain too much about why the glowing Digivices likely signify that a Digivolution is occurring, since if you have watched Digimon, which if you haven't, I'm not sure why you're watching this video, but regardless, if you've watched Digimon, then you would know that whenever a Digivice starts glowing, that usually always signifies that a Digivolution is about to occur. And there are exceptions to this, like when Tai and the other Digidestin were using their Digivices to get rid of the black gears that were inside of Leomon, or when Tai and the others used their Digivices to bind Venomiotismon. But other than a few occasions, the majority of the time, when a Digivice glows, it obviously signifies a Digivolution is occurring. So, with that in mind, when you look at the scene in the first teaser trailer, and you see Tai and Matt's Digivices glowing, it likely means their Digimon are Digivolving. And I can hear you guys in the comments saying, well, even if they are Digivolving, that doesn't mean it's to a new level. They could just be Digivolving into Omnimon. And that is obviously a fair point. I'm not trying to downplay that point, because it is a fair point, because it could very well just be Tai and Matt combining Agumon and Gabumon into Omnimon. But there are a few more reasons that could support them attaining a new, level of power. And one of those reasons that could support them is the prophecy that we were told about in Determination. And what the prophecy in Determination said was, the two sides of the universe are like two sides of the same coin. Those who desire true power must know the darkness and go beyond. Now, Izzy actually gives a hypothesis on what the prophecy means and wonders if it is a prophecy for ultimate evolution. Which I'm not saying is wrong, since everyone has gotten their Digimon to go Mega, except for Kari, who's going to get it in the next movie. But the prophecy isn't just referring to the part of the group who don't have Mega Digimon. Like, it didn't say, those who desire true power must know the darkness and go beyond, except for Tai and Matt. The prophecy was referring to everyone, including them. And the prophecy only said, know the darkness and go beyond. It didn't directly specify ultimate evolution. Izzy just hypothesized that. So, the prophecy may not be just referring to Mega Digivolution for all the Digidestin who don't have it, but perhaps also Tai and Matt going beyond Omnimon as well. So, also, something else to note is that the last time we were given a prophecy in the Adventure universe was when Tai and Matt got Agumon and Gabumon to warp Digivolve into War Greymon and Metal Garurumon. So, I don't know. Maybe this new prophecy is also prophesizing that everyone, including Tai and Matt, will go beyond their limits. But, I don't know. But one final thing I want to note is that, obviously with Digimon, when it comes to a lot of final battles between the Digidestin and the final antagonist, the Digidestin usually get one final Digivolution or form to fight the last enemy. And since Ordinamon is likely going to be stronger than all of the Digidestined's Digimon, including Omnimon, the Digidestined are either going to require a new Digivolution to stop Ordinamon, or some way to weaken Ordinamon. But yeah, I think I've said everything I wanted to say on this topic, so this is going to be the end of the video. So, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, maybe leave a like, and if you're enjoying the content I'm producing, maybe consider subscribing. And if you're already subscribed, then thank you. You guys are awesome. And even if you're not subscribed, just thank you for watching my videos. It means a whole lot to me. And yeah, once again, thank you all for watching. I'm Alejandro Mendoza, and I will see you later. Bye.